Welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are all doing great wherever you're watching from today. We have a bit of an unexpected twist with the situation between the United States and Iran and negotiations to end the country's pursuit of being able to build a nuke. It seemed like things were going very, very well, but now it seems like a bit of a wrench might have been thrown in the plans, judging from a new tweet from Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. We're going to get into all of that and much more. Before we do, please make sure to like and subscribe, hit the bell so you always know when there's a new video coming. Comment with your thoughts below. It really helps push us up in the algorithm, which then helps us share the news and share the stories as much as we can. And I appreciate it. You guys play a huge role in this, probably even a bigger role than I do. Now, let's get into it. The United States has been in a lengthy diplomatic process to stop Iran from being able to enrich uranium at weapons grade level, which then they could use to build a nuclear weapon. It has been the policy and stance of the United States that Iran cannot get a nuke. It's also in the best interest of our regional allies that they do not get a nuke for a couple of reasons. Number one, the Iranian regime is a reckless regime. And two, it would spark an unprecedented arms race where you would see most of the Gulf states do everything in their power to then get nukes as well. And we want to avoid that. It has looked like the negotiations, judging from President Trump's public statements, Steve Witkoff, and all the reporting, that the United States has made great progress with a diplomatic solution. There's also been chatter that the Israelis have been desperate to take military action and had to essentially be waved off by the Trump administration. But the important thing to remember with that is that the Israelis actually lack the planes and the capacity and the bombs to take out Iran's underground facilities. Only the United States can. So it seemed like things had been progressing on a very positive path. Then on May 30th, the afternoon of May 30th, I guess depending where you are, it could have been night, could have been even earlier, depending on where you are in the country or in the world watching this, Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, and I'm going to throw this up on the screen for you here, tweeted the following: message to Iran. We see your lethal support to the Houthis. We know exactly what you are doing. You know very well what the U.S. military is capable of, and you were warned. You will pay the consequences at the time and place of our choosing. So this is in direct relation to the United States military campaign against the Houthi rebels, which are backed by Iran in Yemen. So they've been shutting down shipping lanes, firing on ships, all that stuff. And the United States has put its foot down and started a significant bombing campaign against the Houthis in Yemen to degrade their infrastructure, take out weapon systems, and stop them from being able to close down global shipping, which they've been harassing ships ever since the October 7th attack in Israel, which was done by a group that I don't even think I'm allowed to mention here on YouTube without getting in trouble. So it's also important to note, and I'm going to throw this up on the screen as well for you because it's good context. This comes from March 17, 2025, so about a month and a half ago. President Donald Trump posted on Truth Social, "Let nobody be fooled. The hundreds of attacks being made by Houthi, the sinister mobsters and thugs based in Yemen, who are hated by the Yemeni people, all emanate from and are created by Iran. Any further attack or retaliation by the Houthis will be met with great force, and there is no guarantee that the force will stop there. Iran has played the innocent victim of a rogue terrorist from which they've lost control. But they haven't lost control. They're dictating every move, giving them the weapons and supplying them with the money and highly sophisticated military equipment, and even so-called intelligence. Every shot fired by the Houthis will be looked upon from this point forward as being a shot fired from the weapons and leadership of Iran, and Iran will be held responsible and suffer the consequences, and those consequences will be dire." This is definitely an unexpected shift. It seemed, again, negotiations over the nuke program to make sure the Iranians didn't get a nuke were going reasonably well. And for seemingly no clear reason, the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, hopped on X and started firing off, essentially threatening a massive military campaign, which would be a war. Let's not get it confused. Iran has the ability to retaliate. Now, can our military take them out and hit them hard? No question about it. Can Iran still fire their massive rocket and missile force and their drones all over the region at our allies? There's no question about that whatsoever. This is also going on amid a major screw up, if you want to call it that, involving an F-18 jet in the Red Sea. Let's go ahead and talk about that right now. The United States suffered a bit of an embarrassing moment in the Red Sea. I'll go ahead and throw this up on the screen for you here. When a F-A-18 fighter jet plunged off the deck of the USS Harry S. Truman, sinking into the Red Sea, the $70 million jet was reportedly being towed out of the hangar bay when the crew lost control, according to ABC News. So what happened is the Houthis fired a missile at the aircraft carrier and the aircraft carrier fleet. The carrier started turning, went to take evasive measures. The jet was not properly secured, fell off the ship, went right to the bottom of the Red Sea, and that was $70 million down the tubes in a matter of literal seconds. And I have to look at that and I wonder, is this why Hegseth got up there and made this claim about we're going to essentially go hard at Iran? We know what Iran's up to. Our military can crush theirs, which of course is factually true. There's nothing he said that's not factually accurate in that sense. The United States military can absolutely crush the Iranian military. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. But the timing of this tweet with the Houthis, the F-18 that went to the Red Sea, and all of it combined is just, it's very odd to me. It seemed like the United States was on a great path forward for a diplomatic solution with Iran. And now we have the Secretary of Defense, and I'm not against Hegseth. I think Hegseth, by all accounts, seems like a nice guy. Seems like he legitimately cares about the troops, legitimately cares about the state of the military and improving it. We've talked about crushing wokeness, making sure we're as lethal as possible. The timing to me is just all very odd. Why don't you let me know in the comments what you think about why Hegseth got up there? And now let's talk about where we go next with Iran amid the threats of war. Even though Hegseth got on X and made this claim about we're going to hit them and we have the ability, time and choosing of our place, which is very standard language for people in the government to go with, time and choosing of our place. Obama used to say it all the time. That's not, that's pretty normal if we're being honest. Even though this happened, this war threat is now out there, it still seems like all signs and all indications are we're still going to have a diplomatic solution to the crisis in the Middle East and to making sure Iran's nuclear program is never weaponized and that they cannot get their hands on a nuke, which would obviously be very bad. And like I said before, you would see a significant arms race then unfold across the region. Could that change? Could the United States pivot? Could Israel convince Trump that the military option is the correct option? A lot of things can happen. But right now, even though Hegseth got up there and threatened war, I still think we're on the right path for a diplomatic solution. But I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments below if you think we'll end up bombing Iran or if you think there will be a peaceful resolution. Let me know what you think about Hegseth's comment on Twitter as well as Trump's old one. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps boost us. And I love the fact you guys play a huge role in this. And as always, I'll see y'all next time.